If you're a guy over 40 and doing the same old routine in the bedroom, I need you to hear me out, because most men have no idea what their partner is secretly craving, and it's not what you think. Most men won't like what I'm about to say, but it's the truth. The things women really want in bed aren't always spoken out loud, and if you don't know, you're probably missing out on some of the most exciting, intimate moments you could have, and that can quietly hurt your connection, your confidence, and your sexual energy. Here's the deal. What I'm about to share will open your eyes to 6 surprisingly kinky things women secretly want to try, things they're too shy to ask for. And trust me, guys, if you stay tuned, you'll learn how to tap into this safely, confidently, and in a way that actually strengthens your relationship. I'm Dr. Camilla Hayes, and I've spent years helping men over 40 reclaim their energy, confidence, and sexual performance, without gimmicks, pills, or feeling embarrassed. I work with guys just like you, helping them optimize hormones, boost vitality, and actually enjoy their intimate lives again. Look, I get it. Once you hit 40, your body starts sending signals you didn't sign up for. Your testosterone dips, your stamina fades, and your confidence can take a hit, especially in the bedroom. I've seen it thousands of times, and I've also seen what works, because it's not just about working harder in the gym or taking supplements. It's about understanding your body, your partner, and yes, what women actually want but won't always say out loud. I'm not here to judge, and I'm definitely not here to give you some try this weird trick nonsense. I'm here to give real, practical advice that works for men over 40, so you can feel strong, confident, and in control again. All right, here's what we're diving into today. I'm going to break down the 6 kinky things women secretly want to try in bed, but are too shy to ask. We're not talking crazy stuff that'll make you uncomfortable. These are simple, practical ways to spice things up, connect on a deeper level, and actually turn your intimacy up a notch. We'll go through each one step by step, why it matters, what's happening in her mind and body, and how you can do it confidently without overthinking it. I'll also share a real-life story from one of my patients, bust a few myths that most men get totally wrong, and give you actionable tips that'll make a real difference tonight. Not next year. And here's the kicker. Stick around until the end, because the last one, most men completely overlook it, and it's actually the one that can make the biggest impact on your connection and your bedroom confidence. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what women are secretly craving and how to confidently give it to them without stress, awkwardness, or guesswork. If you want, I can now write the deep context background 3 to 4 minutes section, which is where we really get into physiology, hormones, aging changes, and why this topic matters. That's where we start building the real educational depth. Do you want me to do that next? All right, before we dive into the 6 things, let's get some context. You gotta understand why this topic even matters, and why most men get it completely wrong. Here's the deal. Once you hit your 40s, your body starts changing in ways that sneak up on you. Testosterone slowly drops, usually about 1% a year after 30, and that affects everything from energy to libido, confidence, and yes, even your ability to pick up on what your partner really wants in the bedroom. Think of testosterone like the drive hormone. When it dips, your sexual energy can fade, your motivation can lag, and your confidence can take a hit, even if you still feel healthy otherwise. But it's not just testosterone. Estrogen, dopamine, oxytocin, these all play a role in intimacy and connection. Oxytocin is that bonding hormone. Dopamine drives desire and excitement. Estrogen keeps mood and sensitivity balanced. When any of these get out of sync, even subtly, you might notice she's hinting at something in bed and you're just missing it. That's not her fault. It's biology. Here's another piece most men don't realize. Women's sexuality is often more complex than men's. For example, the things that get her mentally excited may not even be obvious physically. A playful tease, a little role reversal, or something as simple as a confidence boost from you can be more stimulating than just the mechanics. Men often think intimacy is all about the act itself, but what women crave is a mix of mental, emotional, and physical stimulation. And aging adds another layer. Men over 40 often notice that stamina isn't what it used to be. Erections take longer to get, and recovery can be slower. This can create stress or anxiety in the bedroom, which ironically makes you less likely to try new things, even if your partner would love it. So the very fear of getting it wrong can make you miss out on what could be the most exciting part of your sexual relationship. Here's a simple metaphor. Think of your sexual health like a car. Testosterone is the engine, dopamine is the fuel, oxytocin is the GPS guiding you toward connection, and confidence is the steering wheel. If any of these parts aren't working well, your ride isn't smooth, and you're more likely to drive past all the signals your partner is sending. The good news, once you understand how these systems work, you can fix the parts that matter most, and then approach intimacy with clarity, confidence, and control. So, when we get into the 6 kinky things women secretly want to try, you'll see it's not just about weird tricks or role play. It's about understanding what makes her tick, using your body and mind effectively, and creating a space where both of you feel excited, safe, and connected. That's the real key, and that's what most men over 40 completely miss. If you want, I can now draft the main core breakdown, 6 detailed sections, with each of the 6 kinky things expanded into full doctor-to-patient advice, examples, and science for about 10 to 12 minutes. This is the meaty part that makes your video really long-form and engaging. Do you want me to start that next? First, light bondage, power play. All right, first up is light bondage or power play. Don't freak out. It doesn't mean full-on 50 Shades unless you want it. Most women secretly love a little control play because it triggers trust and excitement at the same time. Here's what's happening in her body. When she's gently restrained or guided, her brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, creating both excitement and connection. It's a rush she craves but might feel embarrassed to ask for. Why this matters for men over 40. Confidence dips with age, and some guys think they have to be the dominant hero every time. But true confidence here is knowing when to let go and let her enjoy the moment. Simple example, using silk scarves on wrists or guiding her gently while whispering what's next. Nothing extreme. Most men think bondage has to be hardcore or complicated. The truth? Simple, playful touches create the biggest impact. What to do? Start small. Make it fun, light, and consensual. Ask, "Do you want me to hold you like this?" The difference between asking and assuming is huge. It's about confidence, not ego. Second, sensory play, blindfolds, and feathers. Next is sensory play, blindfolds, feathers, or even ice. These little touches can transform intimacy. Women often want to heighten sensation, but might feel shy about asking. Here's the physiology. By removing sight, her brain focuses on touch, smell, and sound. Dopamine spikes, anticipation builds, and excitement skyrockets. Men usually underestimate how powerful this is. It's mental stimulation more than physical. Men over 40 often think sexual excitement is all about endurance or size. That's where they get it wrong. Mental arousal is just as, if not more, important for women. Real-life example. One of my patients used a silk blindfold and a feather for light touches during foreplay. He said it took 5 minutes, but she was more aroused than anything they'd tried in years. What to do? Start with simple items: silk scarf, feather, ice cube. Explore slowly, communicate, and watch how anticipation transforms intimacy. The lesson? Play with the senses, not just the mechanics. Third, role reversal, trying taboo dynamics. Third is role reversal or exploring playful taboos. This doesn't mean going overboard. It can be as simple as pretending to be a strict teacher, boss, or some fun fantasy. Why it works. Novelty triggers dopamine. Your brain loves novelty because it releases feel-good chemicals. Women often crave this because it's mentally exciting, but socially they feel shy about suggesting it. Men over 40 often default to, "I've seen it all. Let's just do normal." But normal isn't exciting. Novelty makes sex feel fresh, sparks desire, and can actually help men overcome performance anxiety. Example: one patient acted out a fun fantasy of being a strict professor while his partner played the naughty student. He was embarrassed at first, but she loved it, and it completely transformed their usual routine. What to do? Keep it light, fun, and safe. Discuss boundaries beforehand. Most men think role play has to be elaborate. Reality? A 3 to 5 minute playful scenario can reignite excitement like nothing else. Fourth, light domination, giving and receiving control. Fourth, let's talk about light domination, giving or receiving control. Most women secretly want a mix of dominance and submission in short bursts, not full-on 24/7, just moments that feel exciting and safe. Here's what's happening. Feeling taken care of or slightly dominated triggers oxytocin and adrenaline, boosting connection and arousal simultaneously. Why it matters for men over 40. Confidence can wane, and some guys avoid trying this because they fear looking weak or awkward. The reality? Women aren't judging you. They're excited by confidence and playfulness. Example, one patient tried simply telling his partner, "Tonight, you don't have to decide anything. I've got this." And it completely changed the energy. It's about leadership, not aggression. What to do? Experiment with verbal cues and gentle guidance. Most men think domination equals aggression. Truth? It's about direction, confidence, and trust. Fifth, spicy communication, dirty talk, and fantasy sharing. Fifth, spicy communication, dirty talk, or sharing fantasies is a huge one. Many women want to verbalize desires, but social norms make them hesitate. Physiology, talking about sex releases dopamine, creates anticipation, and can significantly increase arousal for both partners. Men often underestimate how much she wants you to know her mind, not just her body. Men over 40 sometimes shy away from dirty talk because they worry about saying the wrong thing. But awkward beats silent every time. It's the confidence to explore words that counts. Example. One guy over 45 started texting playful, flirty lines during the day, just short, teasing messages. It completely changed the energy when they reunited in the evening. What to do? Start small. Compliments, playful teasing, or a safe fantasy discussion. Most men think talking about sex ruins the mood. The truth? It primes the mood and makes physical intimacy way more exciting. Sixth, light fetish exploration, toys, or unexpected props. Sixth, light fetish exploration, not hardcore, just small toys or props that can spice things up, like massage oils, handcuffs, or sensory gels. Women often secretly want this but feel embarrassed to ask. Here's why it works. Novelty plus tactile stimulation equals dopamine spike plus stronger connection. Men often avoid toys thinking they'll feel unmanly, but science says integrating props can increase pleasure for both. Men over 40 might assume, "We've done everything, nothing's exciting anymore." That's a trap. Simple props can make intimacy feel playful, adventurous, and new, without anything extreme. Example. A patient added a warming massage oil for foreplay. She was shocked at how much it elevated the whole experience. That tiny addition created anticipation and heightened intimacy. What to do? Start simple. Communicate boundaries, pick one small item, and integrate it playfully. Most men assume toys equals complicated or embarrassing. Truth? It's just about exploration, novelty, and fun. These 6 sections, fully explained with physiology, examples, and practical tips, cover roughly 10 to 12 minutes of spoken content. If you want, I can now draft the extended case study/story, 2 to 3 minutes section to make the script even more relatable and personal. Do you want me to do that next? Let me tell you about a guy I'll call Mark. He was 47, married for over 15 years, and honestly, he'd stopped feeling excited in the bedroom. He worked long hours, stressed out, and thought intimacy was just routine now. He told me, "Doc, I think we've tried everything. Nothing's working." When I dug a little deeper, a few things popped up. Mark's testosterone had dipped, his energy was low, and he was unknowingly missing signals from his wife. She had hinted at wanting more playful, adventurous intimacy, but he never picked up on it. Instead, he stuck to the same old routine because it felt safe. Here's what we did. First, we talked openly about what she might be craving and how he could explore it confidently. Then, we tried one small change, sensory play, just a silk scarf and a little guidance. Next, we added playful communication, sharing small fantasies with each other. Nothing extreme, just small, safe steps. The result? Within a few weeks, Mark noticed a complete shift. His wife was more excited, he felt more confident, and the connection in the bedroom and outside of it was stronger than it had been in years. He even told me, "Doc, I feel like we're dating again." The core lesson here, guys, is this. You don't need to reinvent the wheel or be some kind of bedroom superhero. Sometimes understanding the signals, exploring small changes, and communicating openly is enough to reignite desire. And that's especially true for men over 40. You just have to be willing to step up, get curious, and try. All right, let's clear up a few myths that keep men over 40 from really enjoying intimacy or even trying some of these things. Myth number 1. Women don't like kinky stuff after a certain age. This is flat out wrong. Desire doesn't vanish with age. In fact, many women over 30 to 40 know exactly what they want. They're just shy or nervous about asking. The idea that kinky is only for young people comes from movies and social media, but the reality is women want novelty, excitement, and connection at every stage of life. Ignoring this myth means you're missing out on ways to make intimacy fun again. Myth number 2. Introducing toys or props is emasculating. Guys, this is a huge misconception. Using a silk scarf, massage oil, or even a simple feather isn't about being weak. It's about creativity, confidence, and making her feel desired. Men over 40 often think they have to do everything manually, and that pressure can actually hurt performance and fun. The truth? Props enhance intimacy. They aren't a replacement for you. They're a tool to amplify connection. Myth number 3. Dirty talk or fantasies are awkward or shameful. This one kills me, because it's the easiest fix for boredom in the bedroom. Most men avoid talking about desires because they fear saying the wrong thing, but women actually crave this mental stimulation. A little teasing, fantasy sharing, or playful dirty talk builds anticipation, excitement, and even trust. Avoiding it just keeps things stale. Here's the part nobody tells you, not your buddies, not the internet, and often not even most doctors. Intimacy after 40 isn't just about performance or endurance. It's about understanding her mind, her body, and using your confidence to create an experience that's exciting, playful, and connected. So, when you hear these myths in your head, "I'm too old for this," "toys are lame," "talking about it is weird," push back. Those are just barriers that stop you from exploring what really works. Once you bust these myths, you open the door to a whole new level of intimacy. Next, I can draft the quick recap of all points, 1 minute, summarizing the 6 things women secretly want in a concise, friendly way. Do you want me to do that next? All right, let's do a quick recap so you've got everything in one place. First, light bondage or power play. Small, playful control can build trust and excitement. Second, sensory play. Blindfolds, feathers, or even ice-heightened sensation and anticipation. Third, role reversal or playful fantasies. Novelty keeps things fresh and mentally exciting. Fourth, light domination, guiding, or giving control in a safe way sparks connection and arousal. Fifth, spicy communication, dirty talk, or sharing fantasies builds desire and intimacy. And sixth, light fetish exploration. Small props or toys add novelty and fun without feeling extreme. Remember, it's not about being perfect or doing everything at once. It's about curiosity, confidence, and connecting in ways that feel playful and exciting for both of you. If you're a guy over 40 and you want to take your bedroom game and your confidence to the next level, don't wait. Hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of my tips on energy, hormones, and sexual performance. I also want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 6 things you're curious to try first, or what's been your biggest challenge in the bedroom after 40. I read every single comment, and I love giving practical advice to help you crush it. And if you want my free guide for men over 40 on boosting energy, confidence, and sexual performance, the link is right in the description. Grab it, read it, and start making changes today. You don't have to settle for average or boring intimacy anymore. This is your chance to take action, explore new ways to connect with your partner, and reclaim that spark you thought was gone. Don't wait. Start now. Remember, you're not alone, and you're definitely not broken. Intimacy, confidence, and connection after 40 are completely possible. You just need the right approach and a little guidance. I'm Dr. Camilla Hayes, and I'm here to help you feel strong, energized, and in control again. Stay curious, stay confident, and most importantly, stay playful in the bedroom. You've got this, and I'll see you in the next video.